The British royal family is often associated with tradition, formality, and carefully measured public appearances. Every word, every gesture, and every moment is usually shaped by protocol. That is why it captured attention when Prince William recently shared a rare emotional update, one that felt less like a royal statement and more like a quiet moment of honesty. There was no dramatic announcement and no carefully staged spectacle. Instead, it was a calm, reflective update that revealed something deeply human. For a brief moment, the titles faded into the background, and what remained was a man acknowledging the emotional weight of responsibility, family, and public service. It was this simplicity that made the moment so powerful. Prince William has spent his entire life in the public eye, carrying expectations placed on him since childhood. Over the years, he has learned to balance tradition with change, duty with personal values, and leadership with compassion. This latest update reflected that journey. It suggested a prince who understands that strength is not always found in formality, but in sincerity. For many who listened, the message felt relatable. It reminded people that even those born into extraordinary circumstances experience moments of reflection and emotional awareness. In a world that often moves too fast and speaks too loudly, this quiet update offered something rare: reassurance. As conversations continue about the future of the monarchy and its place in a modern society, moments like this matter. They shape how leaders are seen and how institutions evolve. And as this story unfolds, one thing becomes clear. Sometimes the most meaningful royal moments are the ones that speak softly, but leave a lasting impression.
In a world where public figures often guard their private emotions behind carefully chosen words and formal appearances, moments of genuine openness stand out. Recently, Prince William offered such a moment, one that quietly resonated with royal watchers, supporters, and everyday people alike. His rare emotional update was not dramatic, nor was it sensational. Instead, it was sincere, reflective, and deeply human. As the Prince of Wales continues to balance duty, family life, and personal responsibility, this update offered a glimpse into the man behind the title. It reminded the public that beneath the centuries-old traditions of the British monarchy is a father, a husband, and a son who feels deeply, reflects thoughtfully, and leads with compassion. Prince William's life has unfolded under extraordinary circumstances. From childhood, he has lived in the public eye, shaped by moments of joy, loss, responsibility, and expectation. The loss of his mother, Princess Diana, at a young age remains one of the most defining experiences of his life. It is an event that not only shaped him personally, but also influenced the way he approaches empathy, mental health awareness, and emotional honesty. Over the years, Prince William has grown into his role with a quiet steadiness. Unlike louder or more dramatic forms of leadership, his style has always leaned toward calm reflection and thoughtful action. This is why his recent emotional update felt so meaningful. It aligned with the values he has consistently shown but rarely spoken about so openly.
What made this update so impactful was its tone. There were no grand declarations or dramatic statements. Instead, Prince William spoke with measured sincerity, acknowledging challenges, responsibilities, and the emotional weight that comes with his role. For many observers, this subtle openness felt refreshing. In a time when headlines often focus on conflict or controversy, his words carried a different energy, one of reassurance, understanding, and calm resilience. This moment reminded people that leadership does not always require loud voices. Sometimes it is the quiet acknowledgement of shared human experiences that leaves the deepest impression.
As Prince of Wales, William carries the responsibility of preparing for a future role as king, while also supporting the current monarch and representing the crown. At the same time, he is raising 3 young children alongside Catherine, Princess of Wales, and striving to give them a grounded, stable upbringing. In his emotional update, there was a clear sense of this balancing act. He spoke not only as a royal figure, but as a parent and partner who understands the importance of family, emotional well-being, and personal presence. This balance has become a defining feature of his public image. Rather than separating duty from humanity, Prince William appears determined to integrate the two, showing that responsibility and emotional awareness can coexist.
The British monarchy has evolved significantly over the past few decades, adapting to changing public expectations and cultural shifts. Prince William's approach reflects this evolution. His willingness to share emotional reflections, even in a reserved and dignified way, signals a more modern understanding of leadership. Mental health, emotional resilience, and compassion have become central themes in his work. Through initiatives and public engagement, he has consistently emphasized that emotional struggles are not signs of weakness, but part of the human experience. This recent update reinforced that message. It was not framed as a personal struggle, but as an honest acknowledgement of life's complexities, something many people could relate to instantly. The response to Prince William's emotional update was overwhelmingly respectful. Supporters praised his sincerity and appreciated the calm strength behind his words. Many commented on how relatable he seemed despite his extraordinary position. Rather than sparking debate, the update encouraged reflection. People spoke about leadership, family, and the importance of emotional honesty in public life. For some, it was a reminder that even those born into privilege face internal challenges and moments of reflection. This kind of response highlights why Prince William continues to maintain strong public support. His approach does not demand attention. It is impossible to consider Prince William's emotional growth without acknowledging the influence of Catherine. As a couple, they have consistently demonstrated unity, mutual respect, and shared values. Together, they have championed causes related to early childhood development, mental health, and family well-being. Catherine's calm presence and empathetic approach appear to complement William's reflective leadership style. In many ways, this emotional update felt like a reflection of their shared philosophy: lead with kindness, listen before speaking, and prioritize long-term impact over short-term attention. Prince William's rare emotional update offers valuable lessons beyond royal life. It shows that strength can be quiet, leadership can be compassionate, and vulnerability, when expressed with dignity, can build trust. In professional, personal, and community settings, people often feel pressure to appear unshakable. Yet William's words suggested something different, that acknowledging emotions does not weaken authority, but humanizes it. This perspective is especially relevant in a world facing constant change and uncertainty. Calm reassurance and thoughtful reflection can be as powerful as decisive action.
As the Prince of Wales continues his journey toward eventual kingship, moments like this provide insight into the kind of monarch he may become. His leadership style appears rooted in empathy, responsibility, and emotional awareness, rather than distance or formality. While tradition will always remain central to the monarchy, Prince William seems poised to blend it with a modern understanding of human connection. His emotional update was not a departure from royal values, but an evolution of them. It showed a leader willing to reflect, listen, and quietly reassure, a quality that resonates deeply in uncertain times. Why this moment matters. This rare emotional update mattered not because of what was said, but because of how it was said. It was calm, sincere, and grounded. It reminded the public that behind ceremonial roles and historic institutions are individuals navigating real emotions and responsibilities. In sharing this moment, Prince William did not seek sympathy or praise. Instead, he offered authenticity, and that authenticity was enough to make an impact.
Prince William's rare emotional update will likely be remembered not as a headline-making event, but as a meaningful reflection of his character. It reinforced the image of a leader who values empathy, family, and emotional honesty. In a fast-moving world filled with noise, his calm words stood out precisely because they were measured and thoughtful. They reminded people that true strength often speaks softly, and that leadership grounded in humanity leaves the most lasting impression. As the royal family continues to adapt and move forward, moments like this offer reassurance that its future is being shaped with care, compassion, and quiet confidence.